Hi, my name is Joshua Kibodeaux, and today I will be explaining how to bandage a bleeding wound and properly remove your gloves to prevent contamination and the transmission of bloodborne pathogens for my Kinesis 220 class. So we have our victim here. He has a cut on his forearm that is bleeding and requires bandaging. So in the perfect scenario, we will begin by washing our hands, but we will be using hand sanitizer in this scenario. So you apply hand sanitizer and rub it in. And when your hands become dry, you take your sterile gloves and you apply your gloves. If they ever get on. So, now that we have our gloves on, you take your sterile bandaging or gauze. This is a cut up t-shirt. So you just use whatever you have around. That's not toilet paper because that is not proper and will just soak through the tissue and be a hot mess. So you take your sterile gauze and you place it on the wound using your flat fingers and you apply direct pressure, holding it for a few minutes. If the bleeding does not stop after 10 minutes, you want to apply more bandaging. However, I think it will stop bleeding. So after you hold your bandage and then you grab your roller gauze and you use your finger to secure it, and you're going to use a spiral method to wrap the wound, applying enough pressure to keep the bandaging and gauze all together, but also to make sure the victim is comfortable and not cutting off circulation of the arm. So after you make sure the wound is nicely wrapped up, you're going to use whatever you have around in the emergency. So I'm going to use my teeth. We're going to edit that. Hold that right there. Okay, so you're going to grab your scissors from your first aid kit that you should have around in an ideal situation. So you're going to use that to cut off the excess. And then you're going to take the excess and you're going to stick it inside the wound. So now that your victim is all bandaged up and is comfortable, he can move his wrist and his fingers. He can go about his way and go get emergency help to get that stitched up. So now we can practice our safe removal of our gloves. So first, you're going to pinch the outside of your glove and pull downwards, making sure you only touch the outside of your glove. So now that it's like that, you're going to take it and ball it up in your gloved hand. And now you take your ungloved hand and stick it inside of the other glove. And you're going to do the same thing, pulling upwards this time, but making sure you only touch the inside of the glove. And you're going to pull upwards, trapping the glove inside and disposing of it properly. So, in that video, I explained how to properly bandage the wound and control the bleeding, while also demonstrating proper glove wearing and removal to prevent the spread of bloodborne pathogens. My name is Joshua Kibodeaux, and this is from my Kinesis 220 class.